All right, and that takes us to the President's State of the Union address. He was talking about the middle class, raising the minimum wage, gun violence, climate change, and immigration. What about minimum wage? How do you see the debate going on that, Karen Tumulty?
I do not know that anything is likely to happen. What a lot of people have forgotten is that President Obama, when he was first running for president, actually proposed raising the minimum wage to $9.50. This is a really difficult thing to do in this economic environment. And it was interesting. I saw a focus group of a bunch of women who political scientists and pollsters have been following. They call them Walmart moms. They're essentially sort of middle class, lower middle class moms, a very important swing voter group. And a couple of polling firms did some focus groups with them right after the State of the Union. And I was really surprised at the negative reaction to this proposal.
What reasons?
Well, for one thing, these women, all of whom are, struggling in this economy,
Sure.
said, I can't live on $9 an hour anyway. I can't feed my family on this. And they were also worrying about things like, if this does this mean businesses will be able to hire fewer people? Does it mean businesses that are already struggling will lay off people?
But Karen, let me just interrupt you. If you can't live on $9, you surely can't live on $7. So what's the problem?
Well, it was interesting. In fact, one of the women in the focus group had just been laid off, and she said her unemployment benefits were better than that. So again, I think this is not going to be an easy sell.
You can think it's smart or not, and there's a debate between economists about how the value and the economic repercussions of raising the minimum wage. But I think we could all agree that it's not going to pass. The minimum wage is not going to get raised this year. What struck, in all likelihood, what struck me about the president's State of the Union address was how aspirational it was, because he talked not only about the things that he thinks he can get done, like an immigration bill. He talked about a series of things that he knows are very unlikely to get done, like legislation on climate change, or like far-reaching gun control bill. Maybe a gun control bill will get passed. It's not going to include all the elements that he supports. And in that way, I think it was laying out a vision for the country, an agenda for the Democratic Party, and not just a legislative laundry list for the things that he thinks can get done this year.
What about